Hi to everyone that showed up a little early. Quick recap of the rules. I'm sure you all know it, but the long and short of it is we recruit family only. We make most of our money through slavery. We don't tech past electricity, and we don't, loot enemies. All right. I'm apparently echoing pretty hard. Is that the case? I don't know why that would be. Let me know if I continue to echo. Alright, back into the game scene. So, a quick recap, although I just did a recap. Yan Shui has been stuffed into the ancient cryosleep casket. She had res psychosis. Res psychosis is fatal after 100 days, but with each passing severity increase, you become further and further mental breaking, which is why she tried to free all the prisoners. The only way... Well, there's two ways to save her. A good way and a bad way. The good way is Healer Mech Serum. The bad way is... Scavenger Gunners. Machine Collector. I'm about to add so many people to this group. I don't actually have a prison ready. I will absolutely respond to those in the future, imprisoning whomever need refuge. But at the moment, I don't think it's wise to do them because I am dreadfully ill-prepared at the moment. Oops. Did I just recruit him? Okay, so what I'm trying to do is make the little temporary prison here very nice so that we can start to recruit. I should indeed, King Zomber, think about bedrooms because I'm about to get double the pawns. Yes, I am working towards that presently. I have a temporary room here that I could repurpose if I needed to, plus this room as well. So I have space for them, but yeah. As far as the tech tree goes, all I can tech is basically this blob here. So drug production, but not medicine. Smithing, but not machining. Sort of this here, and I'll be stuck there. I do consistently get the question of if I got my hands on a tech prof, would I be able to get electricity? And no. We aren't. We're not going to cheat that way. If I get a tech prof and there's no more tech left, I either burn it, throw it out, or trade it. Yeah, there's another unopened room here. There's plenty of space for our additional people, if need be. I'm not all that worried. Oh, Leth is leveling up. That makes me happy. Okay, so Day's Caravan has returned. And he is coming with him a bunch of these artifacts, some meds, silver, and the meals that I sent him out with. Some of them. He ate others, but that's good. We did just run our first slave trade. I forgot to bring Richard, but honestly, Deep and Bratwurst are also pregnant. So I think what I'm going to do is just give birth to the litter and then bring the litter. I don't want a colony swarming with Labradors and Huskies. If I'm going to have defense animals, they need to be a little bit tougher than a Labrador. So he is shedding his extra weight. I hope to get bedrooms eventually, but of course, building in the middle of a marsh is expensive and lengthy and challenging, so the likelihood of me getting that done soon is low. This does somewhat remind me of Noah's Ark, the whole family style. Of course, in Noah's Ark, no one... Oh, thank you for the sub. Currently on a 3-month streak. Ah, look at that. Zeefy, thank you. Noah's Ark had a very limited amount of pawns. I wasn't really having anyone join whatsoever. And Jimmy, thank you for your 3-month sub as well. Actually, Jimmy, you're right here. I can thank this Jimmy. Yeah, and Jimmy, the in-game Jimmy, will be recruited soon. I think it's going to go Wolf, then Angel, then Wolf. Angel and Klein are kind of like up for grabs. Yeah, the Noah's Ark series, if you're curious, because that was a little while ago. It was right around the time that 1.0 rolled around, and it was the idea behind the series was to get 2 of every animal, like every animal. And are we just carrying 1? What is going on here? I guess we have a lot of meals there. 2 of every animal, and then blasting them off into space. And that was challenging, because 2 Thrumbo, and some of the insects were just nightmare. Absolute nightmare. Thrumbo, honestly, Thrumbo are scary. I gotta say, Thrumbo are really, really scary. And not respecting how dangerous Thrumbo are can leave you dead. So, oh, and the 2 alpha beavers, yes. So, Wolf has joined. There he is. So that's fantastic. We are just going to... this poor barracks is going to be... Alright, you know what? I might put the newcomers down there. You know what? No, I won't. This poor barracks is just going to get stuffed. So before we do anything else, let's set some of this up. Wolf is a half-rate doc, who is a good shooter and good grower and plant cutter. And we'll be grabbing some clothing. Most of my series, I like to stick it out until the bitter end. Actually, the birth of this series is case in point of that. I absolutely, positively died and got massacred and sort of refused to quit. Actually, even the start of this was like that. What is going on here? Why can't... I can't do any... I can't hit R. What? I can't unrecruit him. I'm missing my whole UI here. Something wonky is going on. I'm going to quickly save and load, because... Okay. Now, I don't even have... Alright, this is going crazy. This is going pear-shaped. Let's see. Hope that the saving and loading worked. I mean, one of the possible problems... Oh, dear Lord. Okay, hold on. Technical difficulties. We're going to throw to the rules. Wolf is cursed. The curse of the wolf pawn. I'm curious what could be causing this. If I was to put money on it, it would be save game tampering, but oddly enough, no error logs were being thrown. Thank you, Jimmy, for the cursed bits. Usually when you have your UI fall apart like that, there's some sort of error log. So I was trying to equip him the awful pistol there, and I couldn't right-click it, so then I conscripted him, and I couldn't unconscript him, undraft him. And then my whole UI blew up, as you saw. Unfortunately... Oh boy. It looks even worse now. What is going on? Let's see. There is a... Show Drafty Weapon mod is the culprit. I just opened up my my log here. Okay, so let me quickly disable the Show Drafty Weapon, which is clearly not liking something else. I don't know what that was, but that was pretty funny. All right, sorry, Show Drafty Weapon. You're gonna have to get cut. Let's see. Did I fix it? Am I a genius? No. Apparently I'm not a genius. There is still some bugs going on. What is this? Shield. So the game thinks Wolf has a shield belt or something? What is this? Oh my goodness. Draft controller, iterator next month. Object. Shield user has range weapon. Alright, let me see if I can't just wait Wolf out and see if he just sort of stops being drafted. I did restart RimWorld already, and that seems to not have helped. Maybe arrest Wolf. I'm gonna leave him just drafted, and he'll eventually undraft. I'm not, or he will have a mental break. Try to draft and undraft someone else. That's a good call. No, it's really only Wolf. My guess is because I edited him within the cryopod that there's some sort of problem with that. But if you leave a draftee long enough, they eventually just sort of fall over. Or they undraft themselves. Yep, he's undrafted. And I can't really give him any orders, though. Like, I can't tell him to haul or anything. It wasn't so much cheats, it was that he was edited. What I will do is let the game roll slowly like this, and I'm going to see if I can't edit the save game file while I play. This is like juggling knives. While I play and figure out what's wrong. I'm gonna hack the system. Alright, so okay, that's not the issue. So they're still cutting down trees and doing their thing. Duster. I'm just sort of looking at the save game file to see if there's anything obvious red flags as to why the pawn is locked up and unusable. Because I've done a lot of save game editing in the past and have never had this problem. Not once. Not ever. But I'm Hacker Man. No, there's really nothing about the pawn that jumps out at me being wrong or whatever. He's in the right faction. He doesn't have any, like, broken tags, as far as I could tell. Well, alright. That's just something I'm gonna have to figure out later. While he sleeps helplessly. I'm curious. Yeah, no, he can't, he can't really do... Yep, he's now recruited again and stuck that way. Someone get Jerry from Discord. No, this isn't a Jerry problem. This is some other problem. Alright. Trek has friends. Let's get Trek some backup. Of course, it's not going to be Wolf, because he's not going to be moving. Alright. I've learned my lesson messing with megafauna that want to eat me. Shoot them real good and real fast. So Zero and Day are heading out to help Trek. this bear moves at 4-4. Trek moves at 4-6, meaning I can outrun it. I guess Chief should be joining us, but isn't. Alright, so cue the Benny Hill music, because I feel like it's gaining on me. Is it? Well, also should be losing blood as well. At some point, I will come so far as to get back to where Chief is. Okay, thanks, I know. I like how the game informed me that Trek was being chased again. It's like, oh, by the way, if your giant Trek around, oh, pun intended. If your giant Trek around the map hadn't already made it obvious, you are indeed being manhunted. Alright, stupid bear. I did mention last episode that I really ought to do something about the megafauna that's dangerous and encroaching. And there we go. Did I use dev mode to edit the pond? No, I did not. The wolf here was edited in the game file, not through dev mode. So I'm not entirely sure why he's not working, but yeah, it's just going to be a penalty that I have. I'll think of some lore reason why he's... What I'm more curious about, I guess, is if he's not going to... let's just throw him in cryo sleep. Oh, okay, now he's smashing stuff. I can just throw him into cryo sleep and fix it at some later date. He is indeed getting starved. I mean, he could work if I just left the priorities. The problem is he can't really hunt until he gets a weapon, and he's not going to be able to get a weapon until I can actually use him. And at the moment, I can't use him, so it's like chicken and the egg. But what I will do is I will just see if he can be productive without me ordering him around, and if he can't, I can always throw him into cryo. And he'll have cryo sickness, but that might be a reasonable solution. New recruit. Alright. Klein is joined. Klein immediately takes off his clothing. He's not a nudist, though. He is a psychopath. Klein, the real-life person, has informed me he wants nothing to do with the slave trade. He'll be a member of the group here, but does not want to be a slaver, and I respect that. So, let's see. What are your burning passions? Your burning passion is intellectual and crafting. The other burning crafter is... Alright, so I think, Klein, you're going to be our in-house researcher until the research tree is done. And I think that's probably pretty reasonable. So let's go ahead and clear out some of this. So tribe member... Okay, yep. Getting the clothing on. Perfect. No, Klein, yeah, oh yeah, I have the same problem with Klein that I have with Wolf. So at least they're all the same error, which is that I can't seem to order them to do anything. But that actually makes it easier to troubleshoot, because then it's something they all have in common with one another. It's like trying to diagnose like a rare disease. If only one person has it, God knows where it came from. But if like 5 people have it, then you can start to track down a cause. So with the stupid bug that's going on, I will find a cause. The issue is, if a raid comes, I guess I can zone restrict them. It's kind of interesting. I have to, I mean, it's, in a way, it's like a a no micromanagement challenge or something like that, because I can't really micro him at all, either of them, you know. Is this going to be a 1 hour episode? Roughly, yeah. Might run a little long, but normally that is the case. So who's next? Who's going to be a, alright, it's probably Angel. Maybe Zelda. I mean, he's all and stuff. They're useful. I can't micro them. It'd be interesting, like, this is almost the effect of, like, a slave mod, right? Because you can't tell slaves what to do, you can just give them, like, rough orders. I do believe, yes, they would obey zones and all that. There's no reason they wouldn't, in my mind. I just can't directly instruct them with anything. Which I find it kind of funny. Alright, so Angel... Recruit broke. We do have pirates. Alright, so they're a bunch of flamers with 1 bolt. They're pretty close to the Crowsleep pods. Animals, I'm going to say head to the safe room. And Cougar is hunting Swizzle. Where is Swizzle? Oh, okay, so the problem is Wolf is the closest to the Cougar. So this whole buggery stuff is already biting me in the bum. So what I'm doing is, these guys are definitely going to come the long way around. They're not going to cut through the marsh, because that's slower. Swizzle's told to go to cover. And actually, if Swizzle goes this way, the Cougar won't be able to follow. Because the Cougar can't go through the door without, you know, bashing it. Go away, Cougar. You're a bad Cougar. Alright, now I have to think about the raiders, right? Another thing is I should get a door there. You know, it also occurs to me that I didn't really go through any of the tips and feedback that you all had. Often these live series, you give it in real time, so I tend not to have it queued up. But let me go check my docs. Alright, that Cougar is as good as dead. Let's get... What, a Ute? This one looks like it's hunting me too, to be honest. Or maybe he's hunting that... Yeah, the mouse. Okay, how much time do I have? Oh, these guys are preparing a while, aren't they? Yeah, they are preparing a while. Okay, so there's a granite door on this crowd pod, so I don't think they're going to be able to just rush through there. Now, I did say something around the effect of I really need to get rid of the megafauna, the dangerous megafauna. So I'm going to do just that. Come on, Trek, you can do it. Alright, that's one down. Mr. Other Cougar. You're going to be hunted soon. He's just going to bleed out. Trek is a crazy crack shot. Part of it is that the Grief's revolver is legendary, but it doesn't hurt that he is a burning passion of 15. I mean, the burning passion doesn't matter, but the shooting of 15 does. Alright, animals. Allow you back outside temporarily. How did Grief's revolver degrade so much already? It was left outside when everyone was dying, I think. When basically everyone was unconscious. I got stomped to death by bison, or muffalo, as I should call them. Yeah, that's roughly when it was left outside. And some guy tantrum targeted it. Yeah, that revolver has suffered. Considerably suffered. Alright, so what I'm going to do is... Let's see. Thanks, Jimmy. Well organized on YouTube and on Twitch. It's seat of your pants. Well, that's... Part of that is sort of intentional, of like, I'm going with the flow, and the flow means I don't spend that much time thinking things over. I just sort of jump into trouble. So take a look at their weapons. We have an incendiary launcher, a knife, 2 bolts, and Molotovs. Hey! Molotovs, huh? Yeah, we don't have any Molotovs, do we? Okay, they're beginning their assault. So, animals. To the safe room. Howdy, Wolf. I won't conscript Wolf or Klein, because there's no point in doing that. What it will do is zone restrict them, though. I have to, unfortunately, treat them like pets, because there's little else I can do for them. You know what I can actually do? Hold on. Zone... I'm just going to call this Klein. We're just going to restrict him where he actually can be productive during this raid to the research room. And then I'm going to install some of these. Move it deep. You're pregnant. Go away. Alright, how fast are they coming? And I have to make sure that they don't go to the cryo. Alright, nope, they're not going to cryo. Thanks, Angel. Put out the spikes. Yes, I have put out the spikes. Unless you mean take them away. And if that's the case, then it's a little too late for that. Wolf. What can Wolf be doing in this time of... nothing. Okay. They're bashing my butcher table. That's just rude. I guess Speedy does live up to his name. Oh, how does he? He's not fast for any reason. If they break a butcher table, that's fine. I'd rather than break the butcher table than break my face. Speedy goes splat. Actually, it makes me a little nervous having 2 bow people shoot right past Trek, given how often Trek gets clapped. So... Come on in. How would you say that name? Sedledi? Sedgledi? I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. That looks like a Welsh name, maybe? So this is... As soon as Sedledi, or whatever his name is, goes down, this raid retreats. So I'm poking out there and... Yep, they're done. The flake here, I have to leave. It is Raider Flake. And everyone else can be unrestricted. Pets can be unrestricted. I just got a little bit of a bruise. Alright, I do want to move the flake, but let's just put it over here. Considering it's winter, there's actually a high likelihood that an animal's going to eat it for the nutrients that it provides. And that would be really, really, really funny. Because it would be a little pawn on drugs, or a little animal on drugs. So I'm going to see if I can't chase down Agent. Who's the other one? Didn't they have a fifth? Oh, Paulo. Oh, Paulo's long gone. Alright, let's put that cooler out. Grief didn't build it for us to let it burn. Alright, so there's really no problems here. We got him down. So, Agent, you have a bad back, and that is most apparent, because Zero is running your ass down, my friend. Donk. Ooh, shot to the head. Come on. Daddy needs a new slave. Out of context, that would seem terrible, right? I'm also going to have to remove the flake from the animal area so they can't get to it. You make a good point there. Come on, come on. No! No! One last shot. Alright, well, we killed him. Literally at the border. But yeah, not a slave. Not going to be a slave. That's okay. He was measurably inches from freedom, and we took that from him. And I find that funny. Alright, so the corpses of these raiders are going to the corpse room. Said Letty and the rest of them. For pet zones, I don't even know. That flake hasn't moved yet. I can't give Klein orders. But Klein is leveling up. I can't give Wolf orders. Jeez, every single pawn I've wanted to tell to go do something is a pawn that I can't give orders to. Forbid the medicine. Because the animals will eat the medicine, you mean? I think the so the wake up is already forbidden as well. Oh, the meds? Yeah. Alright, it's forbidden. Yeah, that's not what you meant. That medicine. I wasn't going to use that medicine anyway, but I'd rather not spend the effort carrying it back. Although it probably wouldn't have been me carrying it. It probably would have been, probably would have been an animal. Alright, so the animals have some food here. Alright, Mr. Zero, let's haul that flake out of the way. Cool, and then pets aren't allowed at it. I'll just forbid it. Let's just hope I don't go on some random binge. Because, you know, that's more than likely, given my luck. So our dining room, our future dining room, is set up. I don't think I'm going to put a good table in there. I want something better. So let's see. I will build a few of these and take the one that I like best. Meteorite. I like how the granite landed on the granite. Seems fitting. Alright, please be great. Excellent. Maybe I'll be satisfied with that. Mad doe. A deer. A female deer. Can't I just burn the flake? Yeah, I could actually. Yes. I should burn the flake. Oh, and now the deer's here, and I have a friggin' Molotov in my hand. Okay. Chief, gonna need you. Damn! Chief! Oh. Brained. Oh man, I've been getting lucky with my shots, huh? It's like my scenario's ramped up to like I can't miss or something. I assure you it is not. In fact, I can prove it. Review scenario. Nothing special about it. Just old scenario. But yeah, that shooting the doe in the head through the skull. That was tasty. Alright, so we've almost reclaimed the bedroom that I'd like to use. Let's see. So we have a few more excellent beds. I do realize that the barracks is getting absolutely full. Klein is no longer limited anywhere. Darude says my cheats are glitching out Wolf and Klein. Yeah, if that was the case, my cheats suck then, because I'd really like to be able to control them as pawns. Alright, so the burning of stuff. I might want the Shrine to Grief to have some sort of, like, trash designation, and also be fireproof so that I can just burn stuff there without it risking spreading everywhere. Because at the moment, this fire is not contained, and I'm okay with that as long as it doesn't spread elsewhere. Like that tree that just burned down. I do like big tables. Actually, the reason I like big tables, I'm going to have a lot of people. So, given the number of people that I have, I think a big table suits me. Alright, fire's done. Leth the Guardian is up. The animals aren't restricted. Alright, back to building bridges. New recruit, Angel. Alright, I shouldn't have done that. Angel, likewise, is afflicted with the same buggery. I think is the... Yes. Structure. Okay, so we are going to put bedrooms here. 7x7 bedrooms. So... There's one, and there's two. Set up Angel to be our cook. That is a very, very smart plan. She is by far the best one we've got. And then when you're not cooking, craft, I guess? You're also a really good crafter. Okay, there we go. Alright, so what we'll have here is marble doors. I'm done with smithing. Let's go for plate armor. Actually, yeah, plate armor, because I want to club people to death, not slice them open. And that means armor over weapons. Welcome everyone that's just tuning in for the first time. I appreciate it. To fill you in on what's going on, half of the pawns here I can't control due to some bugs that I'm almost certainly responsible for causing. So Wolf, Klein, and Angel are autonomous entirely, and yeah, I'm dealing with that now. It's funny, but also a little annoying. I'm also turning this boreal forest into flatland. pretty quickly. Zelda's up next. Leth, how about we clean up this nasty kitchen? So Zelda's at 0, Jimmy's at 5. Rounding, of course. And our barracks is going to be a mite bit stuffed. Bridges are super expensive. One of the reasons I did it, not that it's smart, but that it should look different and unique. I don't mind the extra challenge of things like bridges. Trek. Let's get Trek to help construct with Chief. Let's get more of the building done. At the moment, I could use some hunting, though. But there's really no way I can give Wolf... there's no way I can give Wolf a weapon to hunt. So I'm going to start tailoring. We have Angel that's still wearing basic tribal. She's going to get real cold real fast, especially if she's our cook. It does look different. Yeah. I wish this was all deep water. Of course it's not. It's just marsh. It'd be cool if there was like an opposite of a moisture pump. Oh, I was like, how did he level up in plants? Yeah, he's just cutting down trees. Because obviously it's not growing season. It's 23 degrees out, or -5. So Klein. It's bad temperature in there. I can definitely fix that. Let's warm this up for Klein so that he can research appropriately fast. We're almost done with our prisons. Castle Silverfang is indeed coming along well. When a bridge burns, does it char like wood or burn away like a wood wall? It can do both, I think. I do like the Boreal Forest a lot. Absolutely. Alright, so Angel's now wearing a tailored shirt, but is sort of pantsless. We're working on that. And Trek is now helping to construct. So these are going to be bedrooms. They're probably bigger than they should be, right? 5x5s, well, yeah, 5x5s are probably too large. So let me rethink that just a little bit. I'd like big bedrooms, but 4x4s are, in the end, going to save me a lot of room. I'm going to actually move this a little bit. And have them share a wall. Is Klein restricted to the bench? No, he's not. He's just prioritized to the bench. So he can eat and sleep in his bed. And as you can see here, he is moving around. Chief, however, I've been cracking the whip and making him work. I kind of feel bad about that. Alright, where is my wood? I've got wood here, so I'm going to make some chairs there with Chief once he's up. Do you get anything by going above 3x3 but not yet 5x5? Spacious. If you check a room, well, here, if you check a room's quality, there's five factors involved. Impressiveness, which is its wealth, or not wealth, but it's how to describe impressiveness. Impressiveness is the total of the other 4 factors, I guess. So wealth, which is the wealth of every object totaled up in the room. Space, which is the square footage that isn't blocked by furniture. Beauty, which is how beautiful are the things in there. And cleanliness, which is pretty straightforward. So impressiveness is a sum total of all of it. And the other 4 factors being driven. So if you want like a wondrously impressive or something that's like, i.e. very, very high in impressiveness, you're absolutely going to need to, have a large room, where really small rooms just aren't going to cut it. Alright, so we definitely have some clothing coming off the line here. Chief is building the dining room chairs. I'm going to have Trek help out. And then this is going to be the eventual rec / dining room. Thank you, Marty B, subbing. I appreciate it. Every little bit helps. Transport pod crash. You mean slave. Rinnick. Wow. Traditionally vowelless psychopath. They are not related to anyone, so you know what's going to happen to this dude. For now, because I don't have... a prison, I'm just going to throw them into a pod and deal with them later. So once this prison is emptied out, once there are no more people in there, the plan is to turn that into the kitchen, and then to turn... where that big old dining room is into, of course, the dining room. And I will need a permanent prison. I'll probably not have a prison barracks, as a barracks is a bad idea. But instead, in lieu of a barracks, go with individual cells. If I'm missing anything in chat, just let me know. I'm trying to multitask as best as I can. Alright, Trek is doing a wonderful job. Leth. Training the dogs. Actually, if I'm going to be getting rid of the dogs, let's not bother training them any further. Sad, but true. Alright, so Day, you've finished. So Rinnick is in one of these pods? No? Wait, oh. Okay, Rennick's dead, because I think something happened. I ordered him into a pod, and he clearly didn't go there. Oh well. That's just one less slave, I suppose. That's on me. I should have checked. Trusted but verified, you know? Animals, wildlife. Alright, let's go hunt some bucks and doe. We need the food. Chief, I want you to tailor more than anything else. I need some clothing. People are cold. Look at how filthy this room is. Is gross. Alright, so Jimmy is now recruitable, and Zelda is too. Their difficulties are a little bit higher, which is why it's been slow going. More Huskies join? Oh, Jesus. Okay, so let's take a look at our Huskies. We've got... Spitfire and Paloa. Oh, this is going to be... Yeah, this is going to be annoying. So far we had a bunch of male Huskies. But, honestly, they're... How wounded are they? Tails. Mostly tails. Those weren't Huskies. Where's the other Husky? I guess we just had the two. So if we keep only the males, we keep 3, and then we dismiss the females, I suppose. But with that in mind, it doesn't really matter if the females stick around or leave, because they're going to be dismissed anyway. Alright, so better clothing's getting tossed on. Back to cooking. And soon we'll have the proper kitchen, and we won't... A lot of the problems of this base is the mass distance between spots. Oof. I missed a slice. So, I get rid of all the nasty bones that are around the base. I'm going to put rotted animals here. Critically important for corpses to go there. That way we can tidy ourselves up a bit. I guess now that I burned that stuff, I can put that zone back up. Wolf level up. Why am I even trying to give Wolf a task? That's a joke. So the bedrooms are starting to come together. It's been hard snowing for a long time now. We're almost in spring. Doesn't feel like it, I gotta say. Alright, so let's start using this other dining room because it's somewhat closer to the to this area than down below. So what we'll do is we'll break this down. Oh, definitely got to refuel. Man, I wish there was a way to, like, more capably clean. Alright, we're gonna build these and uninstall them as soon as they're built, leaving them in place. Ow, stupid buck is eating my food. Yeah, the alpha beaver didn't see a shadow, you're right, Jimmy. Thanks for the bits, by the way. Making a joke about Puxatani Phil making winter last forever. Alright, I guess I have to keep this door closed or the animals are going to eat my stuff. Oh, look, there's even a rat here. Chief, would you be so kind as to close this door? Thank you. Trigger Happy Magoo. Getting all trigger happy there. Let's see. If I shrink the zone... Well, we're about to abandon this kitchen anyway, right? So maybe I'm not going to bother reworking that. Let's see. Yeah, we need to get back to hunting. But it looks, everyone's looking good in their plain leather dusters. I do appreciate how the storm is covering up all the blood, but this has been like a 2 or 3 day... Oh, there it goes. It's finally over. Yeah, I'm getting low food warnings. No surprise there. Jimmy has joined. Alright, Jimmy. So Jimmy here appears to be somewhat of a doctor. Almost on par with Zero. What is your burning passions, Jimmy? Melee? You like to punch things, do you? He's also the only one with a burning passion, or a passion for mining, so I think we know how he's going to fit in. He's going to be man with a pick. And all of that work towards better clothing basically disappeared as we immediately started wearing it. Alright, so now the traps are set. I'm going to have 2 doors just for an airlock. It's always a safe bet. So now we know who's last. Don't put a roof there, thing, please. No roof so that we can move faster. The pole... People want me to eat my dogs? Well, you guys are dark. Well, if you're serious, I guess... Richard... Eat the dogs, sell the leather. Don't wear the dogs, in other words. Alright, well, you have spoken. Just the new dogs. Oh, well, okay. The old dogs are pregnant. I think what I'm going to do is keep the females here and train them up and get rid of Richard as well. So we'll have female labs and male huskies. And that way we keep the most amount without having puppy problems. Alright, Zelda now, if I uninstall this, we'll have, let's wiggle things around, we'll have her own prison cell, a really luxurious prison cell. Everyone else is, like, in a FEMA tent. As far as research goes, plate armor's coming along nicely. Not quite as fast as I'd like. Did you ever put pants on? Yeah, you did. I'd have unhappy nudity over here. In fact, you've got excellent shirt, normal duster, good pants. Klein is wearing some dog leather. Let's just ignore the fact that that's true. So Leth is the animal handler here. He's going to have to be the one to put the dogs down. So Spitfire, and I guess if that's the case, what I'm going to do is let's have a temp zone. And we'll put the temp zone right here and tell the animals to stand in it. And that's exactly where they're going to get sliced open. I know, dark, but you all voted for it, so don't blame me. You know, Yanshui doesn't need a bed, I just realized. She's not exactly going to miss one. She's in the long sleep. If you know what I mean. Euthanize for medical experience? That's not half bad idea. So let's go ahead and do that. Operation. Euthanize by cut. That's probably more humane, right? Than just like stab it. I don't know. It's kind of the same, right? But whatever. And then the person that probably needs the experience is Jimmy, but I can't tell Jimmy to do it. So what I'm going to do is tell everyone else not to be doctor temporarily. And then Jimmy should do it. Here we go. Taking him to the bed. Jimmy's bedding the dog. And last but not least, Zelda. Thank you, Zelda, for joining. Alright, so this... This stuff can get put away. Alright, so I think one dog is... Nope, dog is still up. Here goes Jimmy. So, the amount of experience, if you're curious, we are at 8,000... Not bad. Not bad at all. This kitchen is just about ready to move, so I'm going to reinstall this fueled stove as soon as the stuff in this room gets processed. But, guys, I'm exactly an hour. That's never happened before where I was on the money. So you know what? I'll let it roll a little bit longer. So I'm clearly going to have to figure out what's going on with these pawns and why I can't control them. But that's my problem. I will fix my save game as soon as this is up. So let's go ahead and uninstall the end tables and deconstruct this stuff. And then we'll turn it into a into the zone it's supposed to be. So Jimmy, oh, now that Zelda's here, Zelda also wants to be a doc, but back up, doc. Zelda has a more burning passion for social than anyone else, so I'm gonna let her do some of that. She also has a burning passion for hunting, but I'm kind of curious what kind of hunting. Oh, shooting. Good. All right. We'll have you be the shooter then, and that looks good to me. All right. Now, what I'm going to do is deconstruct this wall here, as it should be marble for beauty purposes, and then reinstall this here. So knowing that pawns basically never prioritize deconstruction until all the other tasks are done, I'm just going to do it manually. That's a whole lot of pawns. Well, only 10 of them are conscious, but it is a big family. You're not wrong. I guess this door should be marble as well. Trying to make it as beautiful as we can, right? And then I think what I'm going to do is put the stove like this. Put a torch here. Alright. And let's go and finish this construction. Looks like I am out of marble blocks, so let's go to the stone cutter and switch what kind of blocks we're making. Oh. Let's pretend we didn't see that. No, stop that. I guess we can't even butcher Spitfire. So this door is going to be ever open, as will this one. Alright, that room is getting pretty filled up. I'd like the bedrooms to be usable. How's my clothing queue looking? One more duster? Cool. That's getting close. There's some weird zoning here for this zone. If I have 4x4 rooms, I need a 6x6. Yeah, I could put a bedroom here, I guess. I also have marble walls here, and I'm not sure I'm going to anymore, because now this is... I don't know what room this is going to be. Angel's getting rid of the evidence. Wolf's on minor break. Thank you, Jimmy. Dog Eat Dog RimWorld? Yeah, I would say, Jimmy, you're right, is about dog eat dog. Sadly. Not how I like to treat dogs, but, you know, whatever. So now that we have a proper kitchen, let's go put the meals where they belong. Right at the door here. Oh, someone was moving this in process. Wolf was. Well, I'm not going to be able to tell him to do it again. Dog zone for meals? Yes. Actually, they are already dog zoned. They're not allowed in the kitchen or dining room. So, done. So many meals, crypto fridge. What I'm planning on doing once I'm able, because it's not the right season, is to make a whole lot of pemmican. Alright, Angel can't cook until we move this, so let's move it. Pemmican is pretty much the only thing that's going to last. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? Zelda is the... Yeah, Zelda's going to be the cleaner right now. Sorry, Plan, if you're here, but your pawn is going to have to sweep up a bit. In fact, Jimmy at mining? I don't really need any mining either. Jimmy and Zelda are going to keep the base clean, because the base is disgusting and filthy. And I should be ashamed of how gross it got. Alright, so this is, let's just copy settings, and paste settings, and butcher. Visitors. Huh. I guess I'm not enemies with everyone. Oh, yeah, there's some tribals that I'm not enemies with. Oh, let's finish off that wall before we add anything else. Plate armor is done. Now, beer brewing, I would say. Klein, you are now idle. Yeah, that's a joke. How are you idle? Because there's obviously cleaning to be done. Which means you just decide that you're idle? I guess. I don't know, man. You also have research to do. Jimmy's cleaning up. Zelda thinks she is idle too. These pawns are acting a mite bit wrong. But yeah, I'll fix them. Thank you, Jimmy, for actually doing work. Appreciated. Mr. Trek, let's go work on that wall there. Because somehow the rats are getting in. Actually, Trek, you are also the rat exterminator. I like how he's a crack shot until it's a rat. Granted, rats are small targets, but still. Did kind of find that funny. Alright, the kitchen is now nicely illuminated. The butcher still needs to be moved, so Zero's already moving it. Sweet. These guys visited, but they don't even have anything to trade. What's the matter with you? Don't come here if you have nothing to trade. So a lot of the wood that we've been chopping in the forest... Look at how much I've deforested. Wow. There's just a... If you zoom out, it's like Krakatoa. Well, it's not quite Krakatoa. But it's sort of like Krakatoa. With how many things got knocked down. Am I planning on deconstructing the room at the door? Yes. This? Here? You mean? Or this? The research room right now? Yeah. This will go entirely. Oh, social fight. Wow. Social fight until someone loses a toe. It was bitten off. So, not just a social fight, the social fight of the episode. Hey, Zero, did you know that you and Day are the same melanoma tint? I wonder if that's coincidental. It's coincidental, right? I suppose. Alright, this bedroom will be entered from here. I don't know what this room is going to become. If you have an idea for this room, drop me a line. Please open doors to meals, wild animals. Yes, wild animals can get in here. So let's close that door for now. And build the other one. We need more blocks. Blocks. Sheaf. Someone... Okay, Day's doing it. Good. At least someone is stone cutting. Additionally, we need to have a zone for... This will be high priority meat. Actually, this will be... I'm going to have to do this. Priority meat. Excuse me, I know this is not the most interesting. I'll let the time roll. Let's get rid of human and insect. I actually clicked insect and not iguana. I am known to do that. Copy the settings, paste the settings. High priority meat. So this will be critical. And this here will be... Oh, preferred important is fine. Alright, and then high priority veg. Wow, I have, I drink too much coffee. So, preferred for raw food of vegetarian. And then copy and paste. Important. Alright, that will make it much... Ooh, free jade. Much easier to cook more quickly. And then this stockpile here is just going to be food stocks. I'm not even going to name it. Just put it normal. Because this is preferred, yeah. So normal for meals, raw food. Yeah. And no human or insect. I should keep jade outside, you're right. Raw resources of uranium. Jade go outside. Jade's precious, but not quite precious enough to warrant being inside only. I did have a quest I wanted to do, which was a bionic leg quest that's due in 4 days. I don't have a lot of pemmican to travel with, though, which is the only problem I foresee. And then, oof. Big oof. The oof is that really the only things left to hunt on the map are dangerous biter stuff. Not a huge fan of that. You know what I could do? In case it gets stolen, I'll put the jade here. Important for jade to be there. And now they shouldn't, they shouldn't steal that stuff. Just finish the construction and keep the wild animals out. He's a really bad constructor. He's not level 2. I could tell because I was like, oh my god, the work's taking forever. And unfortunately for me, Chief, you just got beat up like crazy. Let's get this door built because this is low-key outside right now. There we go. Alright, well, I'm rolling up on an hour and 15. So I am going to call this to an end. I'm going to be back, of course, on Thursday in 2 days' time. And then maybe with fully functional pawns, hopefully. So I'm going to be troubleshooting after this episode ends and chatting with you all. If you have any tips, tricks, feedback for me, drop me a line in chat. I'm going to hang out and chat for a bit. And I do hope that you tune in next time. So thank you, everyone that subbed and cheered with bits. And I'll catch you all later. Adios.